Children of the night, what music they make.
They're all gonna laugh at you!
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
What's up?
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash you a bit.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Final Guys, where I believe this is a first. We are reviewing a short film called Sweet Revenge.
Sweet Revenge.
Which I knew it was a short film. I didn't know it was a 13-minute short film. I started and ended. I was like, oh. All right, this is going to be a short discussion. Possibly even shorter because we don't know where the hell Hunter Shea is. So hopefully he died in a fiery car crash and we won't have to deal with him. But Jack is here, the cider man himself. I didn't even think to wear a Friday the 13th shirt. That's
At the last minute, I was walking towards this room. I was like, oh, if I can find my Jason shirt.
I have more than one, but this movie was so short, I haven't even been processing it as like a Friday the 13th movie. Like it just was over so fast.
It's a short movie, but its implications, not to sound like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, the implication is pretty big. So I think there'll be a lot to talk about.
Yes, I think we'll spend more time talking about the direction this might be going than the actual movie itself. I agree. So we'll see what happens. In the meantime, do you have any news or anything? You guys got a show coming up?
We got to drop a show very soon. We're going to talk to a Bigfoot guy. But,
Another one. Oh,
well, probably the guy we talked about last time, but I haven't had time to edit the video.
Okay.
We haven't posted it yet, so it should be this week.
This weekend will be the unboxing of The Madness Behind Me once again. Feels like it was so fast because with the event and everything, I feel like I haven't had a weekend. So that will be on Sunday to see what crazy shit you guys have said, including a massive box. I don't know if you can tell how big that is, but it is gigantic and it's pretty heavy. So we shall see.
Jack Finn, our buddy on Twitter, has a DVD that he wants to send us. So we should give him your P.O. box number. So he can.
He wants it to come to Final Guys or to one of you?
Any one of us. So you've got a P.O. box, so might as well.
Yeah. It's in the description of every video I have on YouTube, so check it out. All right, so that's coming up, and then we dropped Demon Cop, which I talked about last week, on Sunday, and I'm glad everybody got to see the absolute insanity of that freaking movie. It is so bonkers. And I think that's pretty much all I got going on. It's been kind of a quiet week on my front, which is nice. So I guess we will jump into the drinking words. So, as always, thank you to Sheridan, what are the emojis this week? Big-ass knives?
Yeah.
Machetes, you could say? He says, if you hear Jack say these words, take a drink. Voorhees, slasher, or reboot. If possibly Hunter says 13th short or drown. If I say apple, camp, or kills. Or if any of us say the bonus words, Friday, Jason, or Shin. Shin. What am I forgetting something about a Shin already?
That might be because of Shin Godzilla that's going to be talked about.
Okay. I was trying to think of a kill with Shin in it. I was not.
If they want a good social drinking word, Angry Orchard might be the.
For real. I think that's why we got Apple in here. So, alrighty. If we got nothing else, and still praying for the fiery crash.
I like your Brantiverse.
It's the best I could come up with.
Are you going to get a Jason Universe logo shirt?
Maybe. I'll get a very downsized version of a guy to play me.
Yeah, that guy is like Twig.
Yeah, I don't know what that shit was about. Alrighty, let's jump into the news. It's the news. Yay.
No remakes in the news this week.
Oh my God.
But first, this week, the news is brought to you by Angry Orchard hard apple cider.
I wish they paid us, bastards.
Kill a few tonight. All right. We're going to talk about a lot of horror merch. So, the new Conjuring movie is coming up in a couple of weeks, I guess in September.
Mm-hmm.
And the new Annabelle popcorn bucket has been unveiled. So, if you wouldn't mind showing the graphic, the first graphic I sent, there she is.
That's okay.
I think that's a pretty cool one because it's an actual bucket, whereas some of these, like you have to stick your hand into a worm mouth and things like that. At least here you actually have a bucket. There was another one I saw that looked almost like an Annabelle, like, the Christmas angel things that you put on the top of a tree. Kind of looked like that, but it would like spin with music. And on one side was Annabelle in a dress. And then when you got to the back was the open part with popcorn. I don't know if that was real or not, but when searching for an image for it, that was also there. But I know this one's at Regal, AMC, and Cinemarks. So
this is the thing. People actually collect these.
Yeah, which look, I have the Jaws one. This one's $44.99. But like if they did like a Freddy one or a Jason one, then suddenly you're like, oh damn, that's cool. It's just the problem is like they keep doing movies that we don't care about.
Yeah.
But once they do, what if they did one for like Reanimator?
I would be down for having one or two at the house, but I would actually use them to eat popcorn out of. I don't know how long they would last, but yeah.
Like the Nosferatu one was this cool like coffin, but it really wasn't like much of a display thing. The Jaws one just looks awesome on a shelf. So
nice. Yeah, I guess this could be worse. $50 is a freaking lot of money.
It's a lot. I'm not big on Annabelle, so I'm not.
No,
but if you are, I think this is. I would look online and see if you can get it because these things tend to sell quickly.
Okay.
Now, not to be one-upped by all these popcorn buckets. The second piece of news you probably have started seeing. If not, you'll see them soon. Spirit Halloween stores are starting to pop up. It's that time of year, right?
I have not seen one here yet, but should be any time now.
They're coming. Well, they have a line of Ghostface merchandise for the Scream series. And if you would show the second graphic.
Oh, wait, look who showed up.
Block. Hey,
oh my God.
I have a valid reason right now. I had half a tree that was hanging in my yard for a month, and my neighbor finally came tonight to help me get the rest of it down. And I was not going to say, hey, can we pause manly stuff so I can go inside and do a podcast? So we just got it down.
I was hoping you died in a fiery crash, so I'm slightly disappointed right now.
I could have died from the tree falling on me.
That would have been okay, too.
Or with the axes and sledgehammers we were throwing like idiots. But it's all good. I'm here. Sorry.
Yay.
Lost track of time.
That's good because it would have been really awkward if you had died in a fiery crash. We would be like, ooh.
Yeah, now I wish I did.
Wouldn't have been that awkward for me. I don't.
Just to jam you in the A gap. You cry.
I was going to say, I hope he didn't slip on a freshly mopped floor.
But Jason, if I wasn't around, who would send you used books from my bathroom? Right. Come on.
It would send me Winchester on Blu-ray.
Okay, so Jason, quickly show him the Annabelle popcorn bucket.
All right.
So, Hunter, there's the new Annabelle popcorn bucket, $44.99.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I know you're going to like two.
Can you go through the bucket into her doll badge?
Oh, this is kind of like a diner.
Is there like candy in there or something?
Wow. See, this is why we need you on the show so we can get canceled.
Just keep digging till you get the snow caps.
Oh boy. Okay. And then, not to be one-upped, Spirit Halloween is unleashing a line of kitchen items with Ghostface. So, besides this knife block, which has 4 sharp knives, there's a cutting board, a chip and dip set. utensil rest, Ghostface oven mitt and pot holder set, salt and pepper shakers, and a cookie jar.
By the way,
Wow.
that's awesome. And now we need a bell ring.
Oh, 1999.
Stephen Buck Rogers for Jason's used book fund.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Perfect. I have a book right here. I just got to take it to the bathroom a few times, and it's Jason's.
It's been a while since I've had a toilet read from you, so I appreciate the fund, Stephen.
Play Guess That Stain.
Please tell me you don't take your Kindle in the bathroom.
I'm not going to tell you that. I do all my best reading on the crap.
Somebody send him a bottle of Windex.
Some disinfectant wipes.
God damn it. Thank you, Stephen.
2 pieces of entertainment news. You guys are going to love this one. Anna Faris. And who's the other girl? Regina Hall. Back for Scary Movie 6. We have a release date, June 12th, 2026.
Okay.
So,
wow.
I'm going to put a positive spin on this. I couldn't give a shit about this movie. But we had Naked Gun come out, and then this is coming out. Comedies are starting to come back as people are being allowed to joke again a little bit. I feel like we might be getting comedies again, which is good, even if I don't care about that one.
They're going to make
also, though, this is good for the
version.
This is good for the horror community because the younger crowd that may not have watched the movies they reference may end up going back and watching something. You never know.
Yeah. I mean, not for me, but whatever. I'm encouraged by comedies.
Taking it as a good sign. How many years had it been since we'd seen a comedy that would make any kind of rough joke?
The Hangover? Was that the last one? And that was...
It's like 15 years ago.
A long time ago, yeah.
When was Tropic Thunder? Imagine if they tried to do that now.
That was like 08, 09.
You may never be able to do a Tropic Thunder again. I don't know how they got away with it then.
The last piece of news. I know you guys both have not watched a whole lot of Marvel. However, when the What If series came out on Disney Plus, one episode in particular was very popular. The Marvel Zombies episode, which was also very popular comic books.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There is a 4-episode series coming to Disney Plus on September 4th. So the Marvel Zombies is getting a 4-episode run next month.
Was the episode actually good?
Yes.
Oh. I used to love the What If comic books back in the day. I like the little one-shot crazy stories.
Yeah. The series was hit or miss, but all right. I'm down.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. Now, are there actually Marvel stars like from the movies?
It's a good question. Yes, David Harbour, the Red Guardian, Elizabeth Olsen, Scarlet Witch, Florence Pugh, Yelena. And then I'll just say the characters because you probably don't know a lot of these. Aquafina and Randall Park. The girl who played Ironheart. Haley Steinfeld.
Oh.
I know one person you just named. And it was the Olsen sister.
David Harbour is the guy from
I know him, like the characters. I mean, I don't know.
Which I just watched End of Watch with Jake Gyllenhaal, and David Harbour's a cop in that movie, and so is Frank Grillo, like all young. I was like, oh my god,
Frank Grillo. That's a pretty good cast.
Yeah, so they've got some voice talent. So I got Disney Plus. I'll check it out.
Wait, voice talent? This is animated?
Oh, it's animated. Yeah.
Oh, god damn it! I don't give a shit.
I was hoping to see Haley Steinfeld.
I wanted to see like an actual zombie 4-episode live arc in the Marvel series. That would have been cool.
That would have cost them $1 zillion.
You think that would cost more than animating everything?
To get Elizabeth Olsen and all these other people there and practical sets and everything, like what? Way more.
They're much better off losing all their money on Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts and everything else. Why do something that would be interesting? No, we're not going to do that.
Fantastic Four. They should be smacked for that one.
And I'm immediately back to hating everything. As soon as you mention Marvel, I'm back to everything sucks.
Well, we're going to end on that note. That's all the news this 50.
All right. Excellent news for the most part there. Brought to you by Stephen Buck Rogers. Thank you, sir.
Mindy.
What?
From the Buck Rogers TV series. Before your time, Jason.
Tweaky
the robot.
We have such sights to show you.
I feel like Dad just put us in the corner. I told you to shut up.
Hunter X, what lovely, brilliant films did you watch this week?
Oh, well. I went deep in the well to find something. I found a movie I'd never heard of. This is why I love horror. I mean, I've been watching horror all my life, and I'm still discovering tons of stuff I've never seen. I don't think this was on Tubi. I think I found this on Amazon Prime. It's a Joan Collins movie called either The Monster or I Don't Want to Be Born. Well, you can find it easier if you go, I Don't Want to Be Born. Monster, there's a million movies and books with that title. I am going to read the synopsis, and you'll understand why I watched this movie. Lucy, who is Joan Collins, works as a go-go dancer at a London club. By the way, Joan Collins gets naked in this movie, Jack.
Wow.
Where her stage act includes a routine with a dwarf named Hercules.
Oh my God, I'm in already.
One night after the show, she invites Hercules into her dressing room for a drink where Hercules begins touching her with his little hands. Lucy feels uncomfortable but tries to pretend nothing is happening, which was weird, until Hercules makes a sudden lunge for her breasts. Stage manager Tommy rushes into the room and sends Hercules on his way, then proceeds to make love to Lucy. That's how the movie starts.
What?
Oh my God. This movie is brilliant. Donald Pleasance is in this for a little while.
Carolyn Monroe.
Yes, she plays another go-go dancer. She's Joan Collins' friend. They dance at the club together, but you do not get to see Caroline naked.
I would have logged off right now.
But I mean, Joan Collins, who knew? Anyway, Hercules curses her. Hercules. He says, "You will have a baby, a monster."
Hercules is the little dude?
Yes.
Okay.
He says, "An evil monster conceived inside your womb, as big as I am small and possessed by the devil himself."
As big as I am small.
And she proceeds to give birth to a monster baby. It has a little
And this is
taste
because she wouldn't bang him?
right, because she wouldn't bang him and then bang the next guy that walked into the room.
Okay.
Slimy club manager. It has shades of It's Alive, because like immediately from birth the baby is like ripping people's faces and stuff like that. She's scared to death of the baby. It's so insane. It has to be watched.
This sounds like my kind of movie.
By the way, they showed this little baby here, but whenever the hand comes out of the crib, you can tell it's Hercules the dwarf's hand swiping people. It's SBIG material for sure. I really love this movie.
This sounds incredible.
I'm upset it took me this long to find it. Oh, there's nuns. There's everything you ever need in a movie.
Oh, it was during COVID.
Exactly. Don't touch the baby. Get the vid.
Does this pillow have a tentacle on it?
This Lovecraftian.
Butterflies and Cthulhu. It's fitting for the baby. But yeah, it's awesome.
Wow. Okay.
So I Don't Want to Be Born.
That sounds really cool. It also has the name Sharon's Baby on IMDb. So
Sharon's got another one.
That's a good sign.
Always.
All right, Jack. Top that. I mean,
all right. Well, I'm going to get the drinking word out of the game. I went to the movie theater because a 4K release of Shin Godzilla came out. in theaters.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have not seen Shin Godzilla. My buddy Hunter keeps telling me I should see it. And I was just going to watch it on regular old TV. And then I was like, oh, movie theater in Japanese with subtitles. So I
Best
went.
way.
There is no better way to watch a Godzilla movie than Japanese, either with subtitles or dubbed.
Subtitles.
Japanese Godzilla movies are just so much better than any American Godzilla movie. And this, I felt like I was watching an old Godzilla movie from the 430 movie when I was a kid.
With a better looking Godzilla.
The most evil looking Godzilla I think I've ever seen.
He looks straight from hell in this movie.
But the thing,
Jesus.
it's got a super duper evil Godzilla, but at the beginning, he's just like a lump. And then it's just like a face and a tail and little feet, like scrambling around. And it keeps evolving and morphing until it turns into big old Godzilla with the biggest tail I've ever seen. So there's like 5 iterations of it. But then, like the old Godzilla movies, there's like maybe 3 or 4 Godzilla scenes in this movie. And then it's a lot of the humans trying to figure out what's going on, trying things. It's not working. Them meeting, fighting, arguing. Somebody comes up with an idea. They take it so dead serious. And it reminded me of like when I was a kid, you'd watch these Godzilla movies. And when you were a kid, you were impatient with that.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, good. But when you're the grown up and you watch it, you're like appreciating, like, oh, they put a lot of thought into this.
It's like a political drama with a monster in it. It's a weird combination, but it somehow works.
And then the Godzilla stuff is great. Like he's got crazy ass atomic powers in this, and his mutation stuff. Like I said, the evilest looking Godzilla moves very slow. Definitely worth a watch. I had a blast. I'm so happy I saw it in a theater on a big screen, because I think I would have enjoyed this on regular television, but you can't beat the impact of seeing. I'm like when I saw the original Godzilla -1, seeing that in the theater was awesome.
Yeah.
So
this is still playing by me. Maybe I'll go see this tomorrow because I'd love to see it on the big screen.
I tell you, worth it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's one kick-ass Godzilla.
That is the state of theaters right now. That Shin Godzilla is getting a run in the summer.
But all they did was
that.
They just picked up the playbook that was dropped somewhere in the early 80s. The summertime, they would always bring back these Godzilla movies every summer. And you could see them for like a week. And when you go to the theater, it'd be an event that you have comic books made especially for it and toys and giveaways. It was awesome.
You have all these theaters that are like complaining about dwindling sales. And then like every year they bring Jaws back to the theater and 1 million people go see it. And whenever they run this old stuff, there's always a bunch of people flocking to it. Why wouldn't you fill in, the gaps in your schedule with the classic stuff?
I was masterminding having to own a theater because I'm so sick of how bad theaters are right now. I'm like, I guess we're going to have to own one.
I'm with you, man. I'm not even kidding. I would.
You got to take the Mahoning drive-in theater model and just put it inside. So that way you can operate year-round. Because it's widely successful.
I think obviously people don't give a shit about most of these new movies. They keep bombing over and over and over. I think you just make ticket prices not $18 fucking a piece, and you'll get more people coming in too.
Yeah.
But what the hell do I know?
Mr. Toten has said, I don't want to be born. DVD has been ordered.
Oh,
coming
Jesus.
your way, Jason.
That was fast. All right. Sweet.
Love it.
Okay. I watched a movie on Tubi, as hard as that is to believe. A new movie newer, it's 2022, called Brightwood. I'd never heard of this. It was recommended because I'm going to try to be careful here. It's a time loop movie. There are only 2 people, I believe, in the entire movie.
Who are like walking around like a lake or something?
There's a
Yeah.
lake.
Yeah, we've seen this.
I didn't see this, but I've heard of it.
I've seen it.
I'm not going to show any thumbnails because I don't want to ruin it. But in fact, I'll just get off this. This is, like I said, I think it's two actors. They are running around a lake, bickering at each other. They're trying to get some exercise in. He's hungover. He was trying to bang one of her coworkers. She thinks he's a douchebag and is treating him like shit. And as they're running around the lake, they see a sign and they're like, didn't we already pass this? And then they're like, all right, whatever, let's just turn around and go back. And they just keep coming back around to this sign. And no matter what direction they head, they can't find the original trail that got them to the lake. And crazy shit starts to unfold. This is very low budget. I mean, with a cast this small. But I was really interested almost the whole movie. There's a lag probably 3/4 of the way in where it's like, okay, I've seen this.
We understand.
Enough. Like there needed to be like another thing that unfolds kind of in the beginning of the third act, but it ended. They went for it. I'll put it that way. They were not worried about. I don't even want to say anything with it. I don't want to ruin it, but it has an ending that I don't know if I loved it, but I appreciated the balls. So to me, this is the kind of movie I like on Tubi. It's low budget, it's interesting, and they're not pulling punches because they made the movie for $8, so they only needed to make 10 to make a profit.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
And it's short. It's an hour and 24 minutes counting credits. I don't know if Tubi has increased their ads recently. It felt like I got quite a few, which did make me super happy.
That makes sense.
But solid Tubi movie. And for something I hadn't even heard of, I dug it.
That's what makes Tubi tough when you're like, it's kind of late and you're like, oh, okay, 90-minute movie. And then you're like, well, wait a minute. Am I pushing
2 hours, 15
2 hours with that? Because what is it, Pluto TV? You would definitely push 2 hours.
Just get rid of Pluto.
Yeah,
What's
I don't
it
even
called
use
now?
it.
Freevee or whatever? I don't know what it's called now.
Is impossible to watch.
Dude. You cannot watch a movie on Freevee. It'd be like 4 hours long.
It's like every 4 minutes, and then it's like add 1 of 9. You're like, you gotta be kidding me.
At least YouTube is skippable. So like, okay, I have to watch this for 5 seconds. I'm back to it. Freevee's like 8 minutes of ads.
It's like 9 ads. I'm going to go shave and I'll come back.
Yeah.
So well done. This is the kind of low budget movie I like to find where you got 2 people in a movie, man. If your writing is decent enough, you can make it interesting. So
yeah,
kudos.
That's true. By the way, Toten says Freebie shut down. Good. Take the power back.
Fight the power.
Final Guy streaming service. Imagine that.
Oh,
I like that.
I don't want to be born in a loop.
That's right.
24/7.
Welcome to Mop After Dark.
Oh, did you leave that mess?
What you got?
It's Shannon Tweed month.
Whoa.
Every month is Shannon Tweed month.
Yeah. The mop is. I'm gonna have to get an extra mop head. Jason, you might have heard of these books. Have you ever read any of F. Paul Wilson's Repairman Jack series?
I have not, but I know of them, and there's like 20 of them or something.
Yeah, and I have never read a single one. And I'm like, I'm going to start from the beginning. So, and by the way, this is part of my reading giant books kick. Every book I'm reading is 450 pages or more. This was the first one, The Tomb by F. Paul Wilson. It's about that big. This is a heavy book. I don't know. They use very heavy cardstock on this. Repairman Jack. Not like you, Jack. I would never call you to fix anything that was broken. And similar to you, if your vacuum's broken, if you need a handyman, you don't call Repairman Jack for that. If someone's done you dirty, that's what Jack is for. Ring the bell. Oh, you're welcome, Josh. Enjoy the book. It never was in my bathroom. Just so you know.
Josh says, thank you for the book. What did you send him? Combustible?
I think combustible, yeah. So that book is.
Wait till you read it, kid. You're going to be taking that back.
Yeah, the words suck, but the pages are clean. So
keep your receipt. That's all I'm saying.
That's cool. Thank you, Joshua.
I got to tell you, I'm hooked. This book was so good. He's a guy. They never really get too much into his past as like he's taking on a case, but he's been doing this for a while already. He's got an ex-girlfriend already who broke up with him when she found out kind of what he does. And this involves, I'll say, kind of like Indian mysticism. But he's set in New York City. Sometimes it feels like a noir kind of book, and then it goes paranormal. And then it's kind of like James Bond. It's a little bit of everything thrown in here. This book is absolutely fantastic. I have already ordered the next one. But you're right. There's like, I think 16 or something, but then there's smaller books. There's young adult versions of it. I don't know how deep I'm going to go, but I definitely need to read more because he is a fascinating character because he's not Superman. You know, he's just kind of a guy who has rage and has some skills that can help him do things that other people might be too afraid to try.
I have a particular set of skills.
It's one of the series I've always wanted to start, and I just never have for some reason.
I know. I got this and Jonathan Mayberry's Joe Ledger series. Like, those are the two series I really want to dive into. So, F. Paul Wilson. The F stands for phenomenal.
Paul F. Tompkins.
Joe Ledger. Oh my God, I forgot about those. I've read the first, God, I don't know, 5.
Oh, you're deeper than me. I never read one of them. So,
look what Marcel Wendigo is going to watch next.
Frailty, Bone Tomahawk, and that's a great
good lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in for a treat.
Are you a Damon?
Brawl in Cell Block 9, isn't that like 2 hours and 20 minutes long or something without commercials?
So I was out to dinner with a friend the other night, and we're talking about Vince Vaughn, and she was like, yeah, Vince Vaughn is sort of the same guy in every movie. And I said, you should watch Brawl in Cell Block 2. I forgot, 99 or whatever. And I'm like, so I never heard of that one. I go, yeah, it's not your kind of movie, but he's not the guy from Couples Retreat in that movie.
It's the only time they took advantage of his just behemoth size.
Yeah, he's a giant bastard.
Yeah, it's always he plays little. Like, they'll make jokes about his size when he's standing next to Reese Witherspoon in a movie, but play to what God gave you. And I wish to God we'd see more of that, but he's getting old, so it's going to be kind of silly after a while if you don't strike.
Did you see the True Detective season with him and Colin Farrell?
No.
Was that the second one?
Yeah, it's weird, but he plays more of a tough guy in that.
I've forgotten almost everything about that. I hated it so much.
It was really weird.
Yeah. All right. No, wait. Jack, you're up. What am I doing?
I'm up. So,
jumping the gun, man.
I went to the theater twice. We had talked about possibly seeing a found footage movie called Strange Harvest, which is a release. All these movies, like the new Witchboard and everything, are all playing at like 10:30 at night if they're playing anywhere around here. Strange Harvest was like that. Then I looked it up one day and it was like middle of the day. I was like, and I had the opportunity to go. I was like, I had a window and it was in the window. And I was like, oh, so I just dropped everything and went. So it's this found footage isn't quite the right word for it, but it's close enough because it's like watching a true crime show, like you watch on Netflix or something like that. Like Making a Murderer, almost all that kind of true crime. But so it's got a lot of found footage clips in it, but then it's got interviews with the cops who are investigating. It's all about this manhunt for Mr. Shiny, is a serial killer in I gotta look somewhere in California. And he's like, he was active and then he was inactive for a while and then he comes back. And so they go through the investigation and then it starts to lead to some sort of cosmic stuff. So there's some overtones in it that kind of go in that direction. The guy who directed and wrote this is Stuart Ortiz, and he's the guy who did the Grave Encounters movies and that movie It Stains the Sands Red, which is the zombie movie.
Yeah.
Which I'm not a huge fan of the Grave Encounters movie, but I get it that they're fun movies.
I like
a lot
it.
of
It's
people
also
like
the
them.
first one of the found footage in an asylum,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and he
It
takes
gets
a
a
big
little
swing
leeway.
on it. It's just so it's not that I hate it. It just anyway. This movie, I think if you just go in with like this is good fun, the more skeptical people will enjoy it, and the more open you are to this, the more you're going to enjoy it. Because it is really fun. There are a couple of moments where you feel like special effects or something like that that might take you out of it a little bit, and I think the bulk of the movie is better than maybe the very end of the movie, but they don't crash. They land the plane fine, but I don't know if they quite stick the landing. But it's not a terrible ending, but it's the weakest link. But it's fine. So it was weird though seeing a movie of like it's a low budget, found footage movie basically that you're seeing in the theater, and unlike the Godzilla movie, it was really weird to see a movie like this in the theater because I'm like, this is such a like a Shutter or streaming kind of movie.
Mm-hmm.
So it was almost weird, but in both cases, seeing these movies in the theater is great because for me, I pay way more attention in the theater than when I'm home. I'm not checking my phone or pausing to go do something and everything's like. So I gave it really good attention. So I would definitely recommend this as a watch, but like I think just have fun with it and don't be too hard on it.
All right.
I wanted to see this, but like you, it was only playing late at night, like twice in a week. I didn't have a chance to see it, but I don't see. These are the kinds of movies I wish theater tickets were like $8.
Yeah,
because then more people would go see a movie like this. But
Yeah.
at the current cost, like how many people are going to go see this thing?
I
By the
don't
way-
think this movie belongs in a theater though.
Come to my neighborhood. Movies are $8. The most expensive is 10.
Bastard.
By the way, this movie is not playing anywhere near me. There's a movie theater near Scranton, PA, that's got 22 theaters. It's not playing there. Neither is Witchboard. They don't exist. And I was checking here in New Jersey, and I couldn't find them anywhere.
See, the Final Guys Theater would have both of those
For
Just
$8.
for $8.
A year later, so we don't have to pay the studio.
Jack, you didn't mention our buddy Brandon Christensen is in this. He was on the show,
Brandon?
the guy who did Superhost and Z, and
I didn't even realize it.
I saw his name in the credits. I was like, "What the hell? Brandon's in this?"
Out of sight, out of mind.
Everybody in the movie is great. Especially the two cops that are the main people. I swear to God, you watch it and you're like, this is a real thing from Netflix. They do such a good. And the guy who plays the killer, creepy. Who's the guy who played the killer in Barbarian?
Richard Brake or whatever
Brake,
his name
yeah.
is.
He's got kind of that guy vibe to him. So the actors do a great job in this. The great thing about this movie is you never really had that feeling of like, oh, I'm watching a found footage movie for the most part. Like I said, there's a couple of special effect things that made you feel like, oh, I'm watching a found footage movie.
Mhm.
But like they nail the mockumentary part, like home run on that.
All right. Nice fan is asking if Brandon knows he's in the movie.
He may not have.
Probably
They just hit a camera.
That's cool. I really want to see this now. Captain Shutter is in it, so we definitely need to support that movie.
Captain Shutter.
It's if you're somebody who watches a show like this, you're going to enjoy it. If you recommend this to normie friends, they might enjoy it because they watch true crime. And if you didn't tell them that it was a fake movie, that would be fun because it would Blair Witch them. And you know how gullible. There would be a lot of people who were like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Is this real?
Nice. All right.
Are sharks real?
You are selling me on this movie. I am not going to sell you on Stephen King's latest book, Never Flinch, which is the 4th Holly Gibney book that started with The Outsider. She's the private detective. And we're on the 4th book now. In the last story, I think it was the last story of hers, I had complained because he had talked about COVID constantly and asking about vaccines. It was just like, dude, I'm trying to read this book to not deal with this shit. That came out like in 2023, maybe? I don't know. I could be making
right around there.
This book is, he mentions Trump, Kamala, Supreme Court cases about abortion. What is it? Hobbes versus whatever. He mentions Elon Musk. One of the heroes of the story is a prominent pro-abortion speaker. One of the main villains of the story is this religious nut who's anti-abortion. And it is Stephen King needs to get off Twitter. It has completely infected his writing at this point to where it's like, dude, I don't want to read about what's going on in the world right now in my Stephen King novel.
Right. Way to evergreen a story.
Jesus. I'm going to bed reading this every night. I'm like, I read books before I go to bed so that I can just focus on the story. I'm not worried about work or what's going on with my taxes or in the Supreme Court. I just want to read a good story. And I'm reading this and I'm like, oh yeah, that happened this year. Oh yeah, that happened last year. It's like, dude.
Yeah, the crap that makes you run from social media.
Oh, for God's sake. And it's made even worse. We've talked about this a ton, but he's so crazy online that I'm reading this book and I'm just thinking about how he's writing this. This is Stephen King writing this.
Yeah.
And this is, I think, by far the worst of the Holly Gibney books. Even if you take that stuff out, she makes logical leaps that don't make a lot of sense. And it just didn't really land with me, even as it's not like a total piece of shit. He's still Stephen King.
Mm-hmm.
Even when he's at his worst, he's still a million times better than I'll ever be.
Puts on his pants one leg at a time.
We think.
But then he writes gold records.
Basically, he's Stephen King, yes. But even at the end, in the afterword, he even says that he almost didn't release this book. He almost didn't get it done. And then eventually he had to just let it go, which in reading it, I was like, even he thinks this isn't a very good book. So
hopefully he expunged all this shit from himself and will just move on and just go back to just telling great stories that aren't rooted in the nonsense that just pisses everyone off day after day.
Yes, it was so much of this story. I was like, dude, what are you doing? I remember when I go back and I read The Stand and I'm thinking about who was president at the time and what was going on in the Supreme Court. No, I just want a goddamn good story. And this thing is like, I was so frustrated reading this.
Well, the whole stuff about Ronald Reagan and Donald Rumsfeld killed me in Cujo. I couldn't get through that book.
Exactly. Oh my God. So not his best book, period. And then you put in just all this modern political crap. I'm like, dude, you have got to delete social media from your phone. Please, for all of our sakes. He's getting old. I don't know how many books he has left.
Yeah.
And I think he's the best to ever do it. Please log out and just keep making good stuff. Okay, done ranting.
By the way, you're my canary in the coal mine because I've stopped reading his stuff, like the new stuff, because you keep reading them and you don't look happy. Like,
do not read this. Dude, you'll be pissed if you read this.
Yeah,
you will be pissed.
I read The Institute last year, but that was from a few years ago.
Yeah, I remember digging that one. Yeah, that's good. This Holly Gibney stuff, though, for some reason, he wants to tie it in the modern world, and it just is not making me happy.
Oh, Steven.
And done. Anybody else have anything?
I just want to point out that these are leftover Twizzlers when I went to the theater. So
I love me.
I'm going to eat the rest of them while we talk.
Yeah, you should. By the way, Sweet Revenge is 13 minutes long. Our review has to be either we're going to be 13 minutes on the dot, we time it, or the review will be longer than the movie.
We already said when you weren't here that our
taking out
review will be
tree
longer.
jerks. All right, fine. I was doing man stuff. Sometimes you gotta do man stuff.
Yeah, we were manning up and covering your ass.
Whatever. I made it. And you got money immediately. So there you go.
Listen, babe. Go to the main feature.
All right, cha-cha.
You like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite scary movie?
I don't know.
You have to have a favorite. What comes to mind?
I was waiting for you to get that out of your system.
I love tiny tacos. I'm not at all surprised that Jack is a Twizzler guy. What a weird snack to like.
Hey,
I tell you,
I love Twizzlers. I will fight
people
you
like
over
Twizzlers.
Twizzlers.
I'll tell you something. I'm an occasional Twizzler person. I love them, but I usually get them. What ends up happening is sometimes you got to change it up. I was like, what am I going to do? I got them, and my God. The great thing is, they call these strawberry. I've eaten an actual strawberry.
There's no correlation.
There's no correlation, but every once, like I said, not a steady diet thing. I listen, peanut M&Ms almost every time I go to the movies. Twizzlers, especially if there's a long movie, like 2 hours, I got to get like 2 things. Twizzlers is a good backup.
Oh, you and I can also power down popcorn.
I've laid off the popcorn.
I've had to lay off because I eat the giant bucket in the first like 20 minutes and then I feel like shit the rest of the movie. And I cannot moderate. I just pound popcorn.
Too much butter and salt. I'm like, I know there's a ton of sugar in what I'm eating, but
you're probably better off with the popcorn if you're trying to be healthy.
Yeah.
Don't look at the ingredient list on this Twizzlers.
Just stick to the small popcorn for $13. You'll be fine.
Red Vine versus Twizzlers. Twizzlers all day. Get out of
Yeah.
here.
I don't like red vines.
Get
I
that
think
out of
that's more- I think red vines are a West Coast thing.
So do we even need to summarize this? It's a 13-minute short film with Jason Voorhees in it that is the relaunch of the Jason universe, as they dub it, which makes me want to punch babies. I hate that name so much.
I know. We don't like any universes.
We have to get into the rights issues behind this movie or this short film.
But it's on YouTube, and it's 2 couples go to a campground, Camp Crystal Lake, and don't expect a lot of character development in 13 minutes. But
No.
Jason does show up, so that's all you need.
All right. Hunter, what did you think of Sweet Revenge?
By the way, every movie we review should be 13 minutes long. This was the best Final Guy's homework of all time.
You didn't mention the star of this movie. The star of this movie is Angry Orchard Hard Cider.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. A little bit of product placement in there for sure. I watched this 3 times. I watched it again before I tackled the tree. Look, I'm down for anything that gives me Jason. Seriously. I mean, you'd really have to screw up really hard for me not to want to watch it and enjoy some of it. I like this. It's not perfect. We can pick apart some things. When it gets going, which is so weird to say about a 13-minute movie, when it gets going, I'm all in. Parts in the beginning, I was like, oh, what are we doing here? But I thought it was fun. It made me want more. That's a good sign. I was like, man, could they have just made it a half an hour? Or this is a good idea, springboard for a movie, a full-length movie that I'm sure we'll never see. But I liked it. Thumbs up, man. Free on YouTube. Come on.
Is this Jason Universe 0.5? Is that what this is? I don't know how they're handling it.
I don't know either. I don't care.
All right, Jack. What did you think of your 13 minutes of pleasure?
This felt like watching a fan film or a commercial or a proof of concept for a new Jason movie.
I go with C.
And overall, I enjoyed it, but I kind of felt like it was just okay. Like it was okay. That'll do. But like Hunter, like you said, like I want more. So it's like a shame that we only got 13 minutes, but it was like the Cliff Notes version of a Friday the 13th movie. They like got okay. All that stuff I said about Godzilla with all the talking between the Godzilla parts, that was like all in the first 5 minutes of this.
And there wasn't much talking then either.
Yeah. They just like, okay, in one of these movies, this happens, then this happens, and so it was the Cliff Notes version of that. And they've made some really interesting choices that I can't wait to talk to you guys about. But I would say for a 13-minute free thing on YouTube, definitely worth watching. And if this leads to more Jason stuff, that's great. I am a little concerned with the whole rights thing, which we can talk about.
Yeah. I don't even know if we need to do a spoiler bell for a 13-minute movie. So I'll just say, go watch it right now and come right back. It'll take you 13 minutes. See you in a few.
Exactly.
I thought it was fine. I liked the kills. I thought they did some pretty good gore effects in it, which was cool. I didn't even mind the angry orchard stuff. If that's what it takes to get funding for this movie, is this chick day drinking throughout the 13-minute runtime. Fine. I don't, whatever. I am concerned about where this is going. One, not being called Friday the 13th is insane. Second, calling it the Jason universe. What freaking fentanyl addict came up with that name for this? That is crazy as hell that's what they went with.
That's because it's going to apply to the games and other media formats besides
as opposed
movies.
To the Camp Crystal Lake thing that's happening.
Yeah, and they can't use Friday the 13th in the Jason verse.
But they've already done like Jason Takes Manhattan. Just like Jason Returns sucks too, but like it's better than the Jason universe. Have you been paying attention to the downfall of Marvel and Star Wars and DC? Like this shit is dead. You need to stop that crap and just make one. This is a movie. Make it entertaining. Mm-hmm. Other concern: why is Jason so small? That's
all right.
He's not Michael Myers.
The actor was
a linebacker.
The actor was 6 feet tall. To me, it's a throwback because the original Jason was about that size, and 2 and 3 and 4. It wasn't until like you got Kane Hodder in there, or whoever the guy was in 6 too.
Well, they looked. I don't know how tall those guys were back in the day, but they looked bigger than the other actors. In this, I was like, he just looks like one of the dudes.
With that green coat on, he looked like Alan Alda going out for Halloween as Jason from MASH.
I mean, at the end of the movie, he's so not intimidating. The chick is ready to brawl. Like she's gonna fight him with a kitchen knife. So I did not like the Jason portrayal. Everybody was talking about the mask. I didn't. Whatever. It was fine.
I don't care about the mask. The mask always changes.
Don't care. It sounds dumb to think that you need a good Jason performance, but you really do. Kane Hodder set the bar high. You can't just have a 185-pound, 6-foot dude playing Jason. Those days are done.
I didn't mind it because I like part 2 where he's smaller and he wears a fucking potato sack on his head. So
yeah, no, I do too. But that's part of the evolution. I feel like we're past that now. I don't want to go back to those days. Second problem: what happened to the main character? She gets pulled in the water and then comes up looking like a zombie.
Yes, we need to talk about this.
In the chest with a machete.
Right.
And is perfectly fine later on.
She's been Jason.
I believe she is a zombie. Or a like Jason. I think when she all right, we said spoilers before, but she's in her canoe or whatever. She gets pulled in the lake, reminiscent of the end of the first movie. Wakes up hours later in the night, swims to shore. Then Jason throws her through a window. There's a fight. She gets stabbed with a machete, pulls out the machete, and then is running around. And then she kills her friend who was cheating on her with her fiance.
Bitch.
So at first I was like, she looks like Deadly Friend with the dark eyes.
Yes.
But then like once the machete went in and then she got out and she was just walking around, I was like, is she like a zombie now?
Yeah.
So I watched it a second time and I'm like, yeah, she's totally like Jason, except Jason got struck by lightning in order to become that.
He didn't drown.
Well, Jason did drown. as a child. So the hint is those waters have some sort of power that can make you unkillable.
Yeah, so it's the Pet Cemetery effect on the.
So what about everybody else who died in the lake throughout the years?
I think maybe this is a retcon. I have no idea.
I don't either. And that's why the movie needed to be longer than 13 minutes. Like, we could have fleshed a little bit more of this out.
Well, I think it's teasing you.
Yeah, this gave me what I like. Part 7, which is my wife's favorite, where he fights Carrie. Basically, it's like throws her away and inserts this undead girl. I want to see that fight. I love the setup of this, and when it ended, I was like, "What the f?"
Or maybe
Finally
she's
gave me what
Harley
I wanted.
Quinn to his Joker.
Maybe. Hey, Mr. J.
Mr. J.
And so if this was a fan film, I would have like minimal critique. But when you're labeling this as like the start of this new franchise, I'm like, you gotta nail this, you know? And I don't feel like they nailed it.
I just thought, are we going to have Lady Jasons now? Oh,
It's the Jason universe. Who knows?
Yeah, it's going to be Lady Jasons.
That's what we need. We need Lady Jasons running around. That's a great idea.
Hopefully they get a little person Lady Jason named Hercules.
Okay, now I'm listening.
If we go that way, I'm down.
They should have just started with Jason being a girl, like Starbuck in the new Battlestar Galactica.
My head would have just exploded. So yeah, I'm not. I knew this is what it was going to be. That I was going to sound like I'm just trashing it the whole time because the things I didn't like. It makes me concerned for the direction it's going. But it was fine. It was for a 13-minute short film on YouTube. It was good.
I was very happy to see the guy with the man bun get it with the boat motor.
That was that gore isn't seen in any Friday the 13th movie.
That was pretty hardcore. I thought that was honestly, I thought the same thing for Friday the 13th. That was excessive.
Yeah, like the old guy with the thing in his eye and the apple in his mouth, whatever. That all right, that's right. But that other one,
looking guy.
Yeah. By the way, man bun guy and the other dude, the white dude, were they like 45-year-old stockbrokers who just hooked on to these 21-year-old girls? Like,
man bun guy kind of looked like the dude from The Office.
Oscar.
Yeah,
he did look like Oscar. Yeah,
Lala says, if it's a Lady Jason, there's no dong. I should look at the bright side, and she is correct.
Well, along those lines, you know what was missing from this Friday the 13th movie?
I do.
She says, like, who said anything about a swimsuit? I'm like, there's no way YouTube is.
Yeah.
Nope. You were right, Jack. There is no way.
So, what concerns me also is the rights are so convoluted. I was trying to look at them today. It is so dumb. Like, Camp Crystal Lake is here. The title, I don't even know who owns the title. It's not Cunningham, and it's not the other guy who wrote the screenplay. Neither one of them own it. So does that mean the studio owns it? Or
so Peacock is using Crystal Lake, which they can't use Camp Crystal Lake. I don't think so. That's why they called it like Crystal Lake Villages or cabins or whatever.
Oh my God.
And that's what worries me. I'm like, now you're getting into like Sony owning Spider-Man, but lending him out, or, you know, the Hulk can't be in a movie unless he's in a team up. I used to work in a marketing agency, and we had a thing like my friend was an artist, and he was doing a thing where the Grinch was holding a like a Christmas ornament on a cereal box. And he showed me, he goes, see how the Grinch is not actually touching the product or whatever? He goes, for rights reasons, like the character can't touch the product. Like, but in sometimes it can and sometimes it can't. Like, it gets down to little dumb things like that.
Unbelievable.
It was a mess before, and whatever judge ruled on this has probably permanently screwed the Friday the 13th franchise.
It was Judge Judy.
I mean, don't they all realize there's a shit ton of money to be made if they could just get their act together?
That's the other thing that pisses me off. These guys, okay, We know who owns what. Negotiate something reasonable and everybody can start making money again. This is ridiculous. What are we doing here?
How removed are you from the horror community? You can't go to a horror convention without seeing a third of the people wearing Friday the 13th stuff. Even if there's nobody from Friday the 13th franchise anywhere near the property. Doesn't
Right,
matter.
and we've had one movie in 25 years or something like that.
Yeah, that's sad.
These guys are just being idiots. Like, just come up with something reasonable and let's get this shit moving forward. Instead, we're going to get the Jason universe and a Crystal
I
Lake
think
prequel.
the Jason
Who gives a
universe,
shit?
like for like Halloween horror nights and stuff, there'll be like stuff like that, like Jason universe. So it's all branding.
Bring back the series. Remember the series? Just search for haunted objects and stuff.
What I don't want to see is like, okay, Camp Crystal Lake is in this timeline. You know, suddenly we've got a multiverse, Jason multiverse.
If you
And
do
it's like-
multiverses, I'm tearing it all down by hand. That's not going to happen on my watch.
I don't know. Watching this made me concerned. I'm like, okay, what are we going to do rights-wise here? And who is in charge of this? How old is Sean Cunningham now? He's got to be
In the 70s.
easy, right? He's got to
Yeah.
be. Guys, come on.
See, I just watched it for the joy of I couldn't wait to see Jason. The music, I thought, first of all,
Yes.
I hated whatever song played in the beginning. I hated.
The score was very good.
But then once Jason starts appearing, I'm like, I had all the feels. And it wasn't Manfredini. I thought maybe he was doing it, but he didn't.
It was very reminiscent of it, though.
It sounded
Yeah.
like somebody put him in AI and had it keep going because that was very good.
They might have.
Maybe. But it was good. I liked it.
Good score. Good gore.
It did to the old Friday the 13th where you don't see a lot of the kills. You see a lot of the aftermath.
By the way, were you as confused as I was? Because people were showing up. Like, who the fuck are these people?
Well, there was two
Okay.
people that weren't with them that ran down to the lake.
I'm like, who are they? And then when she came out of the boat, there's dead people laying on a porch. Who are they?
I think those were the people that ran to the lake.
What's
They were the
going
people like
on
in the
here?
other cabin.
I was like, what's going on? I was very confused when I'm like, I get it. They didn't have time. I prefer give me kills to set up of who's checking into this thing. I get it. But I was confused.
Insane. This is insane. I can't believe this is where we are. The Jason universe, where you can't call it Camp Crystal Lake. Can there even be a camp? Probably
I
not.
can't say Friday the 13th.
By the way, though, they had the Camp Crystal Lake sign.
Right, it's
was
like Crystal Lake Cottages or something.
Yeah,
like that.
something like that.
there. But I got to look at it again because it was the exact same sign. Same color, same design. All
Yeah.
right,
Which
I know
means
why.
they're all going to push the limits of what they're allowed to do, and they're going to start suing each other again. And we're going to get pushed back another 10 years.
Hopefully they're too old to do this suing crap. Good God.
Man. Rights issues.
Boy, I was more excited about this till I talked to you guys.
Dude, when I saw Jason, Aaron was even like, why is he so small? It's like, that's what I was thinking. What's this shit?
Yeah,
Again-
I mean, it was a weird choice. I mean, you can't find a big guy to walk around.
It looked like Michael Myers. That's not who he is.
Hunter,
Rob
I
Zombie.
took similar joy to you in that seeing Jason in something that's pretty reminiscent of the movies.
Mhm.
And then it was just tinged with this like frustration of like, how is the return of Jason a 13-minute commercial for cider? Like
First of all, they all deserve to die for drinking friggin' cider. No offense, Jason. I know you were chugging cider a few
Gonna
episodes ago.
crack one in like
I
10
like
minutes.
Angry Orchard
I
cider.
like
so
cider.
Ugh. But
It's,
when I went to Ireland, we were drinking so much Guinness that like every fourth, fifth drink, we'd be like, give me a cider. I have to clear things out,
yeah, a little palate cleanser. I get it.
lighten things up a bit.
why isn't anyone saying anything about Robert England, a.k.a. Freddy the Old Guy?
Because he wasn't in it.
What? Did I miss
Could be.
something?
He looked like a little bit like Robert Englund, but it wasn't.
Was his name Freddy? I don't.
Was the guy reminiscent of Freddy? I keep saying reminiscent. That must be a drinking word.
Huh. I prefer Crazy Ralph to the old Freddy guy.
The old guy looked like Keenan Wynn.
Keenan Wynn. For Bigfooters, he looked like Dr. Jeff Meldrum. I mean, he's definitely an archetypal type of old man.
I can tell you from experience that using binoculars would be far more effective than the gun sight for creeping on a camper.
Yeah, but binoculars takes two hands. You need the other hand free. Just so you know.
He's saying he was in the movie. No, Robert Englund was 100% not the guy who owned the cabins.
He's not robust as that guy.
No.
If it was Robert Englund, it would have been way more over the top, like, welcome to the cabin.
You shouldn't go there.
Lots of murder.
I just watched Urban Legend, and he's the professor. Urban Legends.
It's acting.
And we would have all been freaking out because he would have been in the Friday the 13th. Sorry, Jason Universe movie.
Jason Universe.
We would all been like, "Oh, that's so great." No, that wasn't it.
Are we going to get a Friday the 13th movie that has no killer, just campers?
No, they get Jason with the potato sack.
Oh, potato sack Jason. All right. Or mom killing everybody.
Linda Cardellini.
This is so fucking ridiculous. Oh my god. I saw a video that was talking about how this is happening to A Nightmare on Elm Street too. That it's not looking good for ever getting one of those again with Freddy because of the rights issues. So,
everyone's lost their minds.
Yes. Everyone thinks they're going to make $1 bajillion instead of just being reasonable. Everybody gets a cut.
But yet, if you want another Jeepers Creepers movie directed by a pederast, you can get it with no problem. There
what
we
they
go.
need to do with the Jason or a Freddy, any one of these, is give it to a Quentin Tarantino or maybe an Eli Roth, somebody like with some clout, and see what they could do with it.
Tarantino's last movie, or Friday
is
the 13th.
Jason Universe 1.0.
Could you imagine Quentin Tarantino doing any one of those? A Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Halloween.
Jason would have to talk in his movie and expound it.
2.5 hours.
Pulp,
2.5 hour Friday the 13th movie. Half of it is just the camper driving to the lake and back to the general store.
Yeah,
to the diner.
A bunch of
fascinating
counselors' feet.
Oh my God! Could you imagine how many Dirty Bear feet would be in his movie?
Sitting on the end of the dock, just splashing water during
Brad
a 20-minute
Pitt could get
monologue.
it with the arrow in the throat.
Oh man, what do you think Quentin does with the dailies, the foot dailies? Are there dailies and then foot dailies? Separate.
Margot, we're going to need to reshoot that. Can you put your feet back up on the chair?
Oh man,
Uma, get in here.
Yeah, so weird.
Anyway, you guys have anything else to add to this?
Dude, how much else is there to say?
Listen, I'm glad it was free. It was fun.
Me and Jack enjoyed it more than you, Jason, for sure.
Yeah, and I didn't even hate it. It didn't give me a warm and fuzzy for where this is going. That this was how they're like, okay, we're doing this again. This is it. And I'm like, this is it?
Yeah, well, now you've made me nervous.
The whole thing is the zombie girl. It's like, okay, if this is the way they're going, they've come out of left field with stuff before.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, if that many people were killed in one night at a lake, the most realistic thing that ever happened in any Friday the 13th movie was Freddy versus Jason. Is it Freddy versus Jason? Yeah. No. Yeah, not Freddy versus Jason.
Jason Goes to Hell.
Jason Goes to Hell.
The military.
Where the FBI show up and the hunt's like, they would totally just send SEAL Team 6 down there to be like, who the hell did this?
Oh shit. All right. On that note, Man, I thought I was going to be positive there for a while, and then I just threw all that out the window.
No, you were a curmudgeon, my friend. It's all right.
Hey, Friday the 13th is my favorite of any of these. I love that series to death. I want it to be right, and I'm nervous. I'm nervous. That's all.
You're gonna get a female Jason.
It's also the easiest one to do. That's part of why we all love it. Like, Freddy's harder to do than this. He has to talk. There's all that stuff. Michael Myers, really, there's only like one good Halloween movie. Like,
yeah.
Like, Jason's the one that's like, just put the mask on him, get him at the lake.
Get some hot topless counselors.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
You got a movie. We're all in.
Sex, nudity, murders. We're out.
And that's where, like, Zombie Girl, you're like, okay, there's zombie girls now. Fine. As long as it's a fun movie, we'll roll. When Jason got struck by the lightning, everyone's like, what the hell is this? And then we all just sat back and we're like, okay, I guess this is happening now.
Man, when he got struck by lightning in the theater, the place erupted in applause and just screaming. I'll never forget that.
That's what we need. This is not hard, and I just... Anyway, do we know what's coming out next week? Anything of interest?
There's this 8-minute movie, Skinnamarink Part 2. You can watch.
God.
I'm telling you, Chad would have loved this week. Let me take a quick look while you guys tap dance.
Yeah, I don't know if there's really anything coming out. We're getting close to Labor Day weekend.
So, Hell House Lineage.
Oh, that's in the theater by me.
And Primitive War. Would you just see that? That's like this
No.
low budget dinosaurs in Vietnam movie.
Oh, yes. I saw the coming attraction for that, for the Jurassic World movie.
This
I
is
think that's in theaters for like one day. I don't think we're going to end up doing.
It's coming to theaters, yes.
But I think for only like a day or something like that. We'll have to
It's
take a look.
2 hours and 15 minutes.
What?
Out.
Holy shit!
So we'll
I
see
protest.
if Hell House Lineage doesn't feel like something that's going to play near me, but we can take a look.
So how is that movie in the theaters? Have any of the others been in theaters?
No.
I don't think
Here,
so.
give me a second. I'm gonna.
Well, how the hell did he pull that off? That's impressive.
And supposedly this is the last one. Maybe because it's the last one, they got some distribution for it. I don't know.
I don't either. It's actually playing near me tomorrow.
Yeah, me too.
It's limited, very limited show times, but it is here. That's how the hell do you get distribution on this? Actually,
Hey,
no.
they
I
have to fill
told
it up.
till I would want to go see it towards the weekend. It might not be playing.
Let me see.
We'll
If
let
I
you know. We have this is how professional we are on the show.
Wow, I don't think it's playing on the weekend by me, but it's playing
Oh, it's not by me. It's only playing like tomorrow.
Wednesday and Thursday, and
Yeah, I don't think this.
I
is
have
happening.
plans tomorrow night, so I can't see it tomorrow night.
By the way, the Conjuring Last Rites movie is coming soon. So
Yeah,
get
we're
ready.
talking about a movie I am not excited for.
This one's about Ed Warren had the 15-year-old girl that he groomed and kept around for years.
Oh, good. That's what I was hoping we would get into.
So there's
That
a
should be
small
the
chance.
final. That should be the capper movie.
There's a small chance I could see Hell House on Thursday night, but that's we're gonna have to game
Yeah,
time
I'm not-
decision that one.
Yeah.
I like it, my odds.
I'd rather watch Shin Godzilla. All right.
Good for
this
him,
is
though.
fun.
So
Yeah.
all right. Well, God knows what we're going to watch. We'll let you know. Follow us on social media. And with that, bye.
See ya.
I'll stay late since I came late.